Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday. The S&P 500 was up 1% today. Back from my vacation. Last week was the best week we've actually had since November. November was a really big month last year. We were up 8.9%, as you might recall. So it was a great week. And really, what we're doing is what we call a V recovery here. We're not all the way through, but where you kind of get that drop down, usually get some bounces and drops and bounces and drops and kind of a W recovery. But this one's coming straight back. We're only about a little over 1% away from the all-time high. That's kind of how you would, classify the recovery being over, is to set a new all-time high. With the momentum that we have here, it could come fairly quickly. There's a lot of excitement in the market right now for what's happening. And we did have a situation like this, back in 2022. It was August. We had an 18% run up, as the market was kind of falling. It bounces up, ended on August 16th, actually, and very powerful move. Did not quite get back to an all-time high before it fell again. And finally, we've hit a low, in October of that year. But the big difference here is that at that point in time, we were looking at raising rates, and they were raising rates. Inflation was, still way up there, instead of coming down like it has been here. Jackson Hole meeting is going to happen here. They're going to come out at the end of August and talk, and then the 18th of September probably will cut rates. We'll have to see if it's a half a point cut or a quarter point cut or what have you, and see how the market reacts to that. But I think things are back on track. We dropped 8.5% in this particular downturn from our high. We were down 10% last year. So, again, it kind of catches that, momentum eventually of short covering, and the market kind of takes off. So a really good move today. Really fascinating to see how this is all playing out. I'll say this again, I have underestimated these V recoveries. These are not normal per se. They're not super unusual, but the normal would be that kind of bouncing around and sliding, a little bit like what we had last summer, actually. But the power in this market, especially since last November, and the motion that's coming and how fast things recover and how much dip buying comes in, is really, really interesting to watch. This is a very, very powerful market on the upside that's happening here altogether. We are getting drops and such as we get kind of over, extended to the upside, but that's normal. What's not so normal is how fast we're coming back and how powerful that recovery is. So it's a good thing. It looks like there's still some room to grow here and for the market to keep on going. So look forward to seeing what's going to happen tomorrow. Thank you very much.